It's Thursday. Phil Lindeman with your Krystal 93 News at noon. At least one person is telling us the battle for first chair is a total sham.
It's just all rigged, and that's the truth.
That was Jay at Keystone yesterday. This year was the first year he tried to get first chair. He posted up at 11 a.m. Tuesday and says he was snaked by a group of guys that have been doing it for decades.
And these are all people that are drowning in their own social media and are here for themselves, and, we're doing a disservice to our community out here.
Those guys, including self-proclaimed first chair king Nate Dogg, say Jay was blasting music at 3 a.m., keeping everyone up. Jay never did get on first chair. He never even got on the mountain yesterday, saying the whole thing killed his vibe. 2 more slopes are opening for the season tomorrow, Eldora and Winter Park. Eldora gets spinning 2 weeks earlier than expected for one of their earliest openings in 30 years. Still no word from Loveland, but conditions are looking good with snow all the way down to the parking lot at Main Mountain. They are blowing snow at the valley, too, for race training. Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons is reminding skiers and riders to keep your heads on a swivel on and off the slopes.
When the ski resorts start to open like they are now is when we see a high rise in ski thefts because people congregate at the bottom of one run.
He also reminds you to never leave the scene of a ski accident. This can lead to criminal charges. Colorado State Patrol is warning hopeful car buyers to be suspicious of any deal that is too good to be true. The biggest red flag? A listing far below similar vehicles for cash only via Facebook. They're seeing a rise in these scams. The Colorado Court of Appeals is hearing cases at Summit High School next Thursday. It is part of an outreach event where judges hear real cases in front of real students. Scheduled for the Summit hearings are a second-degree murder case and a fire department lawsuit. Governor Polis is promising to fully fund public schools for the first time in 14 years. Multiple agencies report the state budget for next year is getting rid of legal loopholes like the BS factor that have allowed lawmakers to trim funding by hundreds of millions. Hundreds of school districts are getting a slice of $168 million in a class action settlement by the vaping company Juul. Most districts get just a few $1,000s, though. For example, the Aspen Times reports Aspen School District is promised $32,000 but receives less than $10,000 after lawyers' fees. Coming to CMC in Breckenridge today is a talk with historian Nina Gabianelli and Skylar Lona Heftiwa, a member of the Ute tribe.
This program was born out of just a need to really represent the Native story because we don't have a Native presence in our community today.
Gabianelli will share stories from Ute past. Lona Heftiwa shares stories of Ute present. Today's event is hosted by Summit Historical Society. It's $10 starting in about 2 hours, 2 o'clock at CMC in Breck. In sports, the Avalanche beat the Blues last night 4-1. The Nuggets lost their first of the season to the Timberwolves 110-89. And in local sports, brought to you by Cassandra Schultz and Associates with American Family in Dillon. Summit Girls Rugby is getting ready for the state tournament this Saturday down in Denver after suffering their first loss of the season in Idaho last weekend. Head coach Carl Barth.
I think if we can learn from those lessons and kind of get back on the same page and make our adjustments, then I think we should be in pretty good shape.
Summit heads off to state, chasing its 16th consecutive title. Phil Lindeman, Krystal 93 News.